So, Olena Zanichkovska wrote the amazing article on the Substack, but unfortunately in Ukrainian only, about the AI native companies, and it's inspired me to write my own and talk about you about the AI native organizations. So AI native came from this similar term that was a couple of decades ago about the cloud native companies that put the cloud and technology in the core of company values. And AI native companies put the AI enablement in a core company values. So they really believe that it's a future and it's not just a salt or cherry on pie or some hype that they want to follow and they trying to add the AI tools on top of some super legacy enterprise things. No, it's really the agent that move the business forward, and AI enablement is everywhere. It's a product strategy, it's a key decision maker, it's a key hiring maker, it's processing the data and yeah, enable business, and it's the main difference. And you know that AI enablement, we need to understand that it's not just the technology, right? So I follow a couple of companies that right now, with the super small set of people, try to drive entire business with the tools that AI enabled. I'm not commenting that AI will replace everybody and everybody will wipe code and prompt all the day. No, it's not about this. It's still experimental and I'm quite keen to see the results, but more meaningful and aware management of the processes with the proper decision making and research tools. It's what's make this AI native company different. But the main thing that for them AI is the business strategy. For them it's a main product, and their product is you know not just driven, but it's a core of the values. And another thing that make them different is the hyper focus on the data. Nowadays, with the current state of AI, the quality data really matter. It's just changed the quality of the conversational agents in general. So they obsessed with the data and data quality, knowledge graphs, and the data management, and for sure the models, because not everybody able to train and build their own models, but even the small companies, they really depend heavily on the quality of the model, because it's the quality of their business, and actually it's a main source of the expenses and costs. So if you could own something, then you could manage better your expenses. And yet another the survival skill for the AI native companies. It's a research and development, because you could not just. It's a separate topic. We will talk about the pseudo AI native companies. These folks believe that it's enough just to tweak the prompts and LLM will do everything. I will tell you from my 2 years experience, no, it will not work that way. So for them, the research and development, it's a part of their day-to-day business, and they know how to manage researchers together with the engineers and how to find the sweet spot that make this affordable research even for the startups. Without the research capacities and capabilities, it's super hard to make something meaningful in a AI space. And they super flexible. And they fail fast, because right now this landscape changing heavily. Practically every day appears something. Completely new architecture, completely new models, completely new frameworks. The RAG systems and RAG approaches arrive much faster and in the bigger amount than even the JavaScript frameworks that practically impossible, but they made it. And I was focused, for example, on ingestion and memory and this RAG pipelines, and it was super hard to follow all of them and to find something that works for you, because it's most important thing, and it's correlate with the energy. You have your goals, you have your product, and you need to find something that really works for you. Another big piece, and Olena just wrote about this a lot, that it's hiring and culture. And I already mentioned that you have the energy, you have this file fast culture and all other things. You making the decisions based on the AI enabled tools, so you need to find the people that have this capability, have this knowledge. You hiring for AI first, or you hiring the people that ready to work with the AI first and know something about the LLM, about the machine learning, that have the principle for thinking, have quite good engineering and data science background. So right now the data scientists and mathematicians, actually it's a huge asset. And Facebook, Meta actually paid the millions for the people that know how all this magic works. But right now it's a high demand, and actually we need to find the people with the proper mentality for the startup, for the experimentation, for the research, for all the things, and it's not so easy to find one. And yet another big thing, that it's changed completely the UX and UX. And UX, right now we on the revolution, actually, because right now we developing completely new interfaces, completely new interaction, and it's not the shiny green buttons anymore. And the new mantra of the UX is actually the quality of the understanding. Yeah, if you interact over the chat or over the voices, doesn't really matter, but the quality of the answers that you get, actually it's the one of the biggest optimization criteria. So how good the agent do what you ask him to do, and actually it's really shaped the hiring on the UX experience. And it's mean that you again needs to find the people that work with the LLM psychology and natural language processing and natural language understanding. You need to employ somebody who understands the semantics and linguistics and pragmatics and all these nerdy things that we was building as a society for the decades, and nobody knows why we study all this stuff. But right now we have the reason for this. And the adaptation of the user experience for the new AI enabled tools, it's a big space. And for sure it's changed completely the DevOps and development experience. So we have more AI enabled tools in the pipeline that make engineers more effective, and we deploy differently, we build the security guidelines different. And if you big enough, and we could host our own models, that is quite rare, actually. It's also changed the operations. So right now we have the ML ops, yeah, machine learning operations, with training of the models, fine tuning of the models, measuring the quality of the agents, evaluation processes. And it's completely new space, and we need to find the people that somehow on the edge of the DevOps, machine learning, and data science. And actually it's a huge new emerging domain of the ethics and ethical guardrails. And yet another thing that differentiate the AI native companies, that they understand the need, they understand the gaps, and they try to go to the community and build the infrastructures for the AI enabled uh, companies. Yeah, so it's like the Amazon that they build out their own infrastructure for the services and sell it, but it was the side part of the business. They need the tools that enable their shop to operate. And a lot of AI native companies have the same problem, that some of them, they try to build the communities, the working groups, talk about the ethics, talks about the protocols, talks about the identity. And even if their business it's not the AI first product, maybe they goes to the infrastructure, or they goes and work on the ethics, and they goes and work, for example, on the security part, how to make the AI controllable, how to make the AI explainable, how to make it secure, how maybe work on some more first principles. And it's yet another emerging movement that quite often these AI native companies, they see the need on the market, that it's empty for the companies like yet another AI native, and they start building the infrastructure. But it's required the bigger organization, the more the more expenses, and sometimes when you already have the business that give you the money and it's running, you could invest more on such things. I don't think that super small startups could do this, but for example, Cogni is focused on the AI memory. So they built in the infrastructure for the agents that give you the memory, so you don't need to build your own memory. So it's a good example of AI native companies that do semi-infrastructural things, right? And I believe that quite soon we will have more and more of such companies. So, and the last thing was the pseudo AI native companies mean. Right now it's a hype. Practically everybody tries to do this something in this space, and they took AI, they built yet another chatbot, and usually it's not safe for work or something in the character space, or they just fake everything just to get the money from the investors, and their main investment actually it's not the innovation, they just wants to do the fancy prompting. And it's yet another part of the cargo cult, that we have some folks that read something and they believe in miracles because they don't know how actually the artificial intelligence works, and they really believe that the LLM is practically the God, and you could do whatever you want with it, and it will